I'm annoyed. Champagne toast like
Hi, how y'all doing? This is Veronica Martha Trixie Sequoia, and otherwise known as GNC Kennedy, the musician, and otherwise known as XO Quay XO, or XO the villain. So for this piece, it took me a long time to get through because I had so much storage on my phone, like absorbed by the amount of content I was creating. And I decided to, for this next one, next clip in Trans Women's Empire, How to Make It in America, discuss the music videos that I self produced based on the music I self produced. So we're going to talk about St. Clair, the music video for St. Clair.
Yeah, DNC Kennedy, trans radical rationale, Jupiter, yeah, Jupiter. Yeah. That you must comply, unwritten lines, throw them on the floor, clean up, then realize. No so just relaxing, mixtape like Bape, it's got watch, it's a made late. Best styles reliable, yeah, no mistakes, yeah, no regrets, turn our hometown into a fat. Yeah, 2 hours to waste lives, 1 more minute to get live, 4 more seconds for a lit night. All the bonds for a good ride, 3 days for the rental into midnight. Find Franklin's for this, for the big
That was
fights, and the
off the
Lincolns for the
album
bucket sky
Transgender
sprinklers. You
Reject.
know I like Frankly and them
The music video for Chicago Tribune.
too ill, I'm annoyed. Champagne toast like I'm from Chicago. Play proud when I'ma get the season to the yo, that's right. Lethal Obama, less of a weapon when you leave Chicago. Only to end up in District of Columbia, holding 4D pitch in my fresh cane, herbs the farmer. I'm just so bullish on the court like I'm Jordan.
Which was off the album I Fashion Elitist. And the music video for City of Churches.
Yeah, GNC Kennedy, trans radical rationale, TRR, yeah, Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, City of Churches, yeah. Been looking to the sky, reminiscing I won't survive. So every second my eyes blink proves the owl is a lie. To the sky we kissing if you will in division. Oh, don't you listen? You know your cuisine was all about the kitchen. Burned so much that I come toast. Now my clothes smell like slogans, promoting closings of this coating on occasion. Drugs to put you on depending on your coefficient. If you only affording Tylenol,
not there to pay, not at all.
alcohol rubbing so sweet now I'm not alone. So long I'm on the outer space.
Which is off the mix, which is also off the album I Fashion Elitist Part 2. So we're gonna talk about that. So the music video for St. Clair, I really dug this. I was completely like out, like out and about. And this one started when the person who's also in the music video was also like, we weren't doing anything. So like I was just like trying to learn how to direct and shoot things and and create content. So one of the things I did was just shoot a bunch of like pieces all across the city, and it became like this really like long 10-minute piece that like it was all right. I don't think it was very good, but when I looked at it I was like, it had really interesting shots. So I took that piece and created this music video for St. Clair because the song I loved. Like when I created it, it's probably like the third song I ever released, and like I don't even know how to recreate it, but I love the way it turned out. And I decided to like, this song needs a video, and the video came together so great. Like I love the transition part and the intro of me just like, this is like transgender reject, who me. I love the like I'm there like sitting in my room like, and at that time I was just drinking a ton of milk and smoking a ton of tobacco, and I needed to like, and I was like going through quite a bit at the time, more so just figuring out what next to do, because as you're trying to build something, you're like, yo, all right, so what's next? So I captured those images, and then like, it was going through my mind like organization, structure of organizations, what's it called, classics of organizations, and this book that I really recommend called Violence, by the author I cannot pronounce, but it's there in the video, and it's a really good book actually. I recommend it. Oh, Right here, right here. This part I love. It's me and the clock and everything. So this image of me and the clock started with like I did this. I did an audition video for sorry, self edit was the TV show Pose. What is it? What is it? Is it the voguing the Vogue this TV series about voguing. I did this audition piece and used that, and that was like my rudimentary efforts into voguing because I can't vogue, but I was like, I can at least try to like banshee it up, you know. So like that was piece, and I was like, you know what, this will look good if I could put this in this clock area, and it really did. It came out better than I expected. I had no idea how I was going to do that. And throughout the video is really just, you know, just capturing like we're going around the city. One of the pieces during when the co-actor in this steps on Dollar just going through, I'm just like, hey, just monologue on something. I didn't really, it didn't matter to me. To me it was just like, let's just create content and I will figure out the editing and I will create something with it. And they did an excellent job doing this. They were with it. They shot me in it. Like it was great, and we just basically went around the city. Like I had a bottle of wine, just like went from New Jersey to the city, like everywhere. Not really having anything much to do, but it was a great night. And what came of it was this song that like I actually really enjoy. It's poppy, it's energetic. If I could have a criticism on it, it was that if the video reflected that, it'd be great. But honestly, like I dug it. It was like one of my favorite things to do, putting it together and having it become something, you know, like, and it was like my first efforts really. I used to have this hairstyle that like, I used to have a wig and I used to I had dreads. I have dreads, but I put the dreads like through the wig, so like the hair is all a bit crazy, and the funky glasses and everything, and the Mars attacks. Nice planet, we'll take it. Like that was so lit to me, and like I had a blast shooting it. Like at that point in life, the only thing around me was about books and tobacco, and that was it. Like literally. So like crazy story. Not really so much a crazy story, but I uploaded it on Facebook and like paid the advertisement, and I had about 30,000 views, and then like so I was like, yo, let me send it out again, and but this time it was just like, so I'm like, let me send it out again. And they said no because of the tobacco. It was like too much tobacco, and it said I was promoting tobacco. But I was just like, I'm not. I just like smoked way too much, and I was so upset because I had a lot of good views and a lot of good feedback. The next video was awesome too. Was Chicago Tribune. And Chicago Tribune, the title was just like, because like the opening lyrics, too ill, I'm annoyed, champagne toasting like I'm from Champagne Ill, J. Farrell when I'ma get the season to the Yale, that's right, leave the Obama, I'm less than a weapon and you leave Chicago, only to end up holding 40, So I love that, I love it. So I dated Chicago Tribune. One of the TV shows I'm mentioning is Champagne, Illinois, and Jay Farrell produced that show. It was on YouTube Originals, and I really liked that TV series. So like I was really motivated, and I wanted Jay Farrell to do a season 2 or just season 2 to yell, "That's right!" So like I do this. And for this one, I use a bunch of stock images and I use a bunch of free stock images. So I'm really into film noir. And so having this black and white theme was great. Now, the issue was, the first time I did this video, I released it, like the words didn't sync up because I was like, I'm really new to making these music videos. And so I reshot it again. And originally it was just the one on the left side, the hat, it's my hat, about Chicago Tribune. It's a quote from Michael Jordan. And this time, like I'm put right next to, which is on the right side, to sync up the words a lot better. And I was like, the video came out a lot better this way, and did a little couple of edits. Certain pieces just came out so well with the stock footage, and I really just dug it. So I guess that's another, we're like growing and everything, and I got the idea for using stock footage from another stuff at it. What's it called? Was the movie Glenn or Glenda by Ed Wood, and they used a lot of stock footage back in the day, you know, put in there. So I'm like, sure, it's only fitting that I utilize that as well. In the last video, because I don't want to make these videos too long, was City of Churches, and I love that song. It's like, you know, the video was like super cool. Ended up using different light structures and trying to figure out shadows and everything. And I thought like me lighting the tobacco was just like it popped like the reds off of it. So I really wanted to get into color scheming at that point, and I really wanted to do that for a while. So I had like this lamp that I got used, and I was just like, it goes so perfect. And I really tried to make certain things pop, like with the soda. You know, it's supposed to be champagne toasting up, but yeah, now you know. And one of the things I guess I didn't get to utilize was I had the glasses and I tried to have like the screen pop off a little more. It didn't work out so well. And I tried to have like fronts, but that didn't work out well. I'm not gonna tell you what the fronts were made of, but if you ever, as a youth, like try to create your own fronts, like when they first came out, you know what they're made of, and you know how cheesy that it is. What I use to try to make fronts. So it looks that bad trying to make these fronts and everything. But like honestly, I love the way it turned out as well. This was the first time I'm like using like I didn't use like not a steady cam. It's not a steady cam or like a camera to engage. I used like this it's for snare drums, because you know like I do percussion, and so I had like the camera like on the end of it, so I was able to get these really cool like swing out, you know, versions on it of just like, you know, traversing like the area and everything. So I thought that was neat, and it was really great to actually be able to like expand. So like when trying to, so I guess to surmise, when trying to build your own empire, you know, how to make it in, you know, America, you don't have the budget. I have no budget. So these were shot with like probably like the price of the light bulb and like the price of a Metro card for the St. Clair, price of a light bulb for City of Churches, and for Chicago Tribune, the price of, you know, adding more storage to my phone to be able to get those stock footages and peruse them and everything, and the time cost and everything was mainly, I don't have a budget. I don't have any money. So, but I can't let that stand in the way of what I want to do. I'm like, hey, the music I make, I like it, and it needs a music video to it, and it gets more promotion, additional promotion that way. So the goal is to actually be able to do that, to be able to hang with people that have these infinite amounts of budgets to put on their music video, which come out great, but like mine, you know, like I got to do the best with what I have, which is nothing, you know, so like I'm really glad with that, because it still keeps me at least in the game, to at least creating something, and it makes me happy. And I think that's most important, when you're able to look at your work and be like, yo, I digs that, you know, I digs that, I did the best I can, I improved upon it, I improved as I went along. The first music video, segment, that just had like still shots of me, but like the footage of people like there, I was there, you know. Now I'm just like, hey, you know what? Let me get myself in some of these videos. Let me get myself moving around, doing something. And St. Clair came of that, which was amazing. St. Clair is just me like going around the city, you know, like, you know, sort of telling a story and everything. And like I had me like pool hall, like just everywhere, you know. And then needing to upgrade, be like, hey, I need more images more captions in more videos in my videos. So I added with Chicago Tribune, adding that, and I love noirs. I'm like, let me mess with like this color schemes and everything, and let me add some more color, because like let me add some additional color, you know, like I love the way that like that St. Clair came out with the different colors, because to me St. Clair is super MTV. It is really MTV. It has like a vintage feel to it. City of Churches has this noir feel to it, and City of Churches is honestly just a really cool video with a cool background music going on in the back, and just cool lyrics going on with it. So I hope you enjoy. This is Veronica, Martha, Trixie, is Zaquaya, and this is A Trans Women's Empire, How to Make It in America, and I'll catch you on the next one.
T.I.I.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm from Brooklyn.
City of Churches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how you do it, y'all.